Hey everyone, Carlofix here, and here I am with another update on this full rhinestone Kincaid cottage. So full drill, 100% rhinestones. It's a very interesting piece. It's 80 by 45 centimeters, and this is the one that I started working on in Thailand. So I've got the preparation video and the one video where I was working on it in Thailand, and I had to stop working on it in Thailand because some of the diamonds, well, like two of the main colors were oily and unusable, and they were like big patches of uncovered space, so I didn't really want to work on it anymore. I was kind of annoyed, so I stopped working on it. But since I've been back, I have of course put the diamonds into their containers. I have washed the oily diamonds, I have filled in the missing spaces and worked on it a little bit more. So I wanted to give a bit of an updated impression of this diamond painting. I've got my light pad under here now because one of the things that I've noticed, and I thought it was just the lighting in Thailand, but the symbols are kind of hard to read and they're quite dark, like in general, even the light, like they're just really hard to read, and they're kind of mottled in color and just very dim and dark to read on the canvas in general. And also they don't 100% match. So in the legend down here, there's one of the symbols where on the legend it's black symbol on a very dark color background. And I was like, oh, that's going to be hard to read, but whatever. On the canvas though, it's a white symbol on the dark color background. And that's fine, but it was like, I spent a good 10 minutes making sure that I hadn't missed a symbol and that I was putting the right color diamond on the right symbol. It's just really weird. I thought that the legend doesn't match the canvas, and this is the same piece of material here. It's all the same canvas. And why can't you guys get the legend to match the canvas itself? I don't know. I mean, it's very inconsequential, very small, and I guess it's just nitpicking at this part. But I was just like, that's odd. But yeah, some of the symbols are very hard to read, so I've had to use a light box, which helps dramatically. I haven't had to use one in a while because the Great Wall piece is so well done. It's so bright, it's so clear. I don't need to use the light box at all for that one, surprisingly so. But this one, I'm so glad I have a light box. Some other things that I have noticed is that some of the rhinestones, and it's more noticeable in some colors than others, the silver backing on the rhinestones. So let me take one out. Can you even see it? Let me get one that's a little bit more full. So the silver backing on some of the rhinestones isn't there. So it's just basically, it looks like glass. And yeah, I thought that was a little bit not right as well, because I think it adds to the dullness of the picture because the light just kind of goes through and it's not reflected back up. So it doesn't make it sparkle as much. So I'm going to put those aside and try not to use them, but I'm not going to throw them away just in case I run out of diamonds. Just in case. And I've heard a lot of comments about this piece after I started it. People that have already had it. One comment I had before I purchased it was that it wasn't as shiny as expected. And despite that, I still wanted to give this a try. And now I know why it's not so shiny if a lot of those diamonds don't have the silver backing on it. Some other comments I've heard was that they've run out of diamonds, so I'm a little worried about that because I seem to be quite low on a few numbers, and whilst I've done some rhinestone pieces, I don't know if I have these colors to replace them. So I'm a tad worried about that, but yeah. Others said that they were missing drills altogether, but they've also had oily drills, so I'm definitely not the first one with this particular piece getting oily drills. So that's really unfortunate. Something else that I've noticed while working even more on this is that the adhesive isn't very strong. Diamonds tend to slide around quite easily, and I did notice that when I first started working on it, but I figured it was so hot in Thailand, I thought maybe that had something to do with it, but since being back here, I've had the same issue and it's nowhere near that high of a temperature. So I'm kind of disappointed in that as well. Also, I can't seem to make the 3-placer work. Like, it doesn't work well all of the time, and I'm not sure what I'm doing to not make it work, but I have to, it's a lot more effort to make the 3-placer tip work on this piece. I don't know what's going on with that, so I've just resorted to using the pick-me-up pen only and placing diamonds one by one, just like in the good old days. But yeah, because of I'm a little bit more disappointed in this piece, so because of that I won't be putting the link in the description box anymore. But if you find that, you know, after my impressions, after hearing what anybody else has to say, that you still want this piece, you want to give it a try because it's a good price, then let me know and I will get the link for you for where I've gotten mine. And yeah, but you know, it is at your own risk, just be aware. Buyer beware. But let's do some diamond painting. Just plugging in my light box. Hopefully, I'm trying to, there we go. Sweet. All right, I'm using the power bank at the moment. But yeah, let's do some drilling. Woo. Yeah. I don't remember any of these colors really. But yeah, it's been kind of sad to work on this. But I guess the image though has been looking pretty nifty. I think it's quite, okay, this is irritating me. Okay, so the image itself is looking pretty good, I think. I don't have enough rhinestones on here to really tell if it's, you know, gonna be super sparkly or not, but I'm happy with the end result so far, I guess. It's just the working on it that hasn't impressed me very much. And that's, for me, that's most of the pleasure, really. I'm one of those people who likes to try new crafts, do crafts for the sake of doing crafts, not necessarily for the end product. So that's why I don't do a whole lot of framing. I love doing these as gifts because that means I can get rid of them. But usually my end products for any craft that I do just goes in a box somewhere, unfortunately, because I love doing the craft itself. And I don't really care about the end product so much. I mean, there are a few things where I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. Or if it's like an Afghan or something like that, something that's easily, like if I can hang up or I don't have to think about how I'm going to use it when I'm done, those are cool. But for the most part, I do crafts because I like doing the actual craft itself. And so, yeah, I have heaps of finished products that are just sitting around somewhere. And I had thought that maybe I should probably try to sell them or, you know, like go to like a market or something and try to get rid of them or give them away. But most people don't really want the crafts that I do, so they're kind of hard to give away. And I think my friends and family are like, oh, please, no more, no more. So, yeah, I'm kind of stuck with them. But it's kind of fun to go through them every now and then, I guess. And, you know, either think about taking up that craft again or just remembering how much I enjoy doing it, stuff like that. But yeah, in products, there's really, yeah, I don't do a craft thinking of what I'm going to do with it when it's done. And that's probably something I should think about, and maybe that will help limit how many crafts I do. And then my other brain is like, nah, just do it. Don't worry about it. Because the money that I pay to do this craft is, I think, worth the entertainment and enjoyment I get and the satisfaction that I get out of doing the craft itself. So, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. There's always questions about how to frame and what I do with these pieces when I'm done. I do nothing with them. Nothing. I'm sorry. They just sit, and I try to keep them from collecting dust so I don't have to clean them and stuff, so they don't get wrecked. So if I need to do something with it in the future, I can. But yeah, they're just in like storage totes and stuff, and that's pretty much it. I'm sorry. If I had someone, like if I could just do crafts for someone, that would be awesome. And in fact, I had thought about that. Like, is there a service where somebody has a craft, I do it, and then I hand them back the finished product? I don't think it makes too much sense, but I don't know. Sometimes some crafts aren't available in an already finished product, and someone likes it enough that, you know, they want it for themselves or they want it as a gift, but they can't do the craft themselves. So I was like, maybe I can offer this as a service. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Does anybody do that already? Does anybody, you know, do someone else's craft and hand them back the finished product? Because I think that would be something I could really get into. And that would also force me to finish pieces a lot more quicker. Wow. Yeah, I was thinking one by one. Who does that these days? No, this is the classic way. This is like the hardcore, you know, original gangster way of diamond painting, I feel. And unfortunately, with the way that 3-placer was going, I'm going faster, putting them down one by one. It was ridiculous. So, I mentioned quickly in someone else's live stream that we had gotten a VR headset. And so we have set that up because we couldn't wait for Christmas, and we have been playing it almost every day. It is so much fun. It's a lot of fun. And it's after the initial setup, it's pretty easy to set up after that, because the way our house is set up, we can't keep the sensors and everything connected all the time. So we have to take everything down every time we play, but it's not difficult. So we've got it in such a way where we've got the sensors on tripods, and we just move the tripods around, and it's been working pretty well for us. And we do have to move the couch out of the way, but you know, whatevs, that's just how it is. But VR has been so much fun, like ridiculous amount of fun. And we've got the parental units in on it as well. And so there's more than just, you know, games for VR. There's lots of other software. And one of them that we've got, and it was free, which was really cool, is get out of my way, is a tour of a art gallery in the art museum. And basically you've got these 2 floors of this art gallery, and you walk around and you look at the pieces of art and you read, you know, the plaques on the walls and stuff. And it's pretty cute. It's really fun. And these are like real pieces. So you feel like you're in an art museum and you're just walking around. You take the elevator to the second floor and you look around. And I got a little freaked out a couple of times in this place, which, you know, it's an art museum. How can you get freaked out, right? It's not scary. It's not a horror game. But I am afraid of heights. I am definitely afraid of heights. And in the second floor, well, first of all, the elevator, it's a glass bottom elevator. And in VR, if you've got everything set up just right, it's very immersive. So I felt the fear. It was real. So that was just, yeah, freaked myself out with that. And then finally getting up to the second floor of this museum, there's no railings on the edge. I mean, you can't move off the edge or anything. But I was like, there's no safety railings. And, you know, that freaked me out as well. It's like, I can easily fall. And then I have to remind myself, no, this isn't real. You can't fall anywhere. Relax. But man, it's just so immersive. And then there was another part in there that kind of freaked me out. It was more of a jump scare. And they had this room that had the terracotta soldiers in it, like just a few pieces from that series. And it's in like a pit in the room. The soldiers are in a pit. And so you can go down there and you can look at the soldiers, the sculptures and everything. And I went down there and I turned around and the soldier was like right there in front of my face. Scared the bejesus out of me. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, I flipped real hard right then. And I just laughed at myself because it was so ridiculous. Like, nothing happened. How can I be so scared? But yeah, that's how that was. It was very entertaining, very fun. And it's not even a game. You're just exploring a museum. That's it. So, yeah. Another thing about this is the blacks, and luckily it's only just the one color, but the 3 tins are like incredibly clumped together. Again, damn you 3 tins! So I have to like break them apart. But anyways, that's again not a huge problem. Just adding to this this quality of a diamond painting. But yeah, VR has been a lot of fun. We got another game. It's a music game called Beat Saber. Oh my goodness. Beat Saber is so much fun. It's a music game and you can download songs for it and stuff. Basically, you have 2 swords and you cut through these blocks, but you're cutting through them to the rhythm of the music. And it sounds really simple. It sounds boring, right? Or maybe I just explained it really boring like, but it's a lot of fun because the way you have to slash at these blocks, you have to slash at them according to the direction they tell you to. And it just makes you feel kind of cool. The nerd that I am. I don't know, it just makes you feel cool because you're just swiping and slashing. And some of them, you know how like K-pop songs have dances. Some of the K-pop songs, the way the people mapped these blocks and the directions, you do the K-pop dance. And it's really cute and it's a lot of fun. So I'm enjoying that one heaps. Incredibly so. And then I've just been blabbering on. And then we've got shooting games. And those are a lot of fun in VR as well. There are some scary ones, but then there are some that, you know, like there's a space themed one. It's really cool and you have 2 guns and you just feel, I don't know, you just feel so cool because you're holding up 2 guns like in a movie and you're just like pew 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 away and yeah. But anyway, I'm sorry. I think I just got a little overexcited about VR and just like ranted over that. But yeah, if you can try out VR, I know there are places popping up where you can go and play VR for like an hour or something like that. So I would suggest anybody giving that a try. I know when VR first came out, it made a lot of people sick, but if it's done correctly, you won't be sick. It'll feel quite natural and quite immersive. So if you get a chance to, I recommend trying VR. And so that being said, I think I'm going to end this video here because yeah, I'm just blabbering on about nothing. And so but also, you know, when you get on a roll with diamond painting, you're like, okay, just after this diamond, okay, after this section, I'll stop. Okay, after this whole section, well, I can't just stop there. I need to finish that color. Yeah. But anyways, that's another a bit of real-time chatty diamond painting video. I did want to give you guys an update on this piece, and I will include some pictures for this one as well. And like I said, this one isn't going to be a full through series. It's just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna work on it off of camera quite a bit, work on it on camera with you guys, and then yeah, hopefully we can get this done quick and get the final impression soon. So yeah, let me know if you've ordered this. Let me know what you're thinking about your kit. And yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.